All right, guys, here we are. We have another episode of the You've Been Served podcast. We have another month down, another month to celebrate.
Woo!
I love celebrating.
And
I
we're
love it.
celebrating all month with this
That gift
edition.
of me is ridiculous, and whoever did it is it needs to go far away forever.
Why do you say whoever did it? Did it you do it?
I filmed it, but I didn't know it was going to look that ridiculous when I filmed it.
Yeah, you do look pretty ridiculous.
That's my new favorite GIF. Anytime I'm excited, I'm just going to send that to the entire group.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So what are we celebrating this month?
So we're celebrating success because the school nutrition professionals and everybody in the K-12 industry has had a heck of a year.
Yes, they have.
Right, Amanda?
I'm going to celebrate survival. I'm still standing. I think I say in my editorial, I'm still serving. Get it?
Like Elton John.
So clever.
Well, it's true. I mean, it's just been insane. And, you know, as a director, I have I'm not sleeping because I have to puzzle piece in Tetris a summer program together that I've never run before. So, you know, we continue to be challenged, but I think that it absolutely deserves a minute to just say, we did it. Like, amazing, congrats. And to build someone else up, because you're not the only one who needs a clap on the back or a high five or a time to celebrate. Like,
so I have a question. Like, did you just survive or did you thrive? Because you may think that you just survived, but you grew this past year, right?
I mean, yeah, I grew. I think I grew as a leader. At one point, I had my entire staff in one building, which was pretty neat because I knew all of them, but it didn't occur to me to introduce everyone to everyone because I'm like, you've worked here for 7 years and you've worked here for 5 years. And it just doesn't occur to me that they don't know each other that way. So it was definitely an opportunity for them to grow. I'm going to say survive. I'm going to say that there were thriving moments, but
hold on a second. A thriving moment. Yes. No, I think you definitely did more than survive because you put together this crazy meal ordering solution, pre-meal ordering solution. Weren't you delivering meals to homes too?
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like thriving to me.
Okay.
You were thriving.
Maybe I'm just really tired.
You could be.
I need a very long vacation.
Well, you know what's energizing though? Is
Tell me.
celebrating.
Is
So let's celebrate. Someone should play your playlist that you posted in the article.
I did place. I mean, my playlist is on point.
It was pretty.
What's your favorite?
Is that part of the Next Gen playlist, or do you have a separate playlist?
Oh, this is a separate playlist.
This is definitely not the Next Gen playlist.
I don't know that playlist.
Now, for those of you who may not be familiar, some of those might be a little explicit, but sometimes you do need a cuss word or two to actively display your level of celebration.
That's true. But you know what? Like, Amanda, I love celebrating with you and talking with you and Bree, but there's someone that I'd rather talk to right now, and her name is Jennifer Martin.
Clearly.
I heard like you have to swear, to be excited. I'm like, that's probably my cue.
I was gonna say someone that likes to drop the occasional F-bomb, but I was trying to be.
I'm just
be good.
So passionate about everything that I say.
And swearing.
It's a lot of swearing. It's the Northeast. It's the Northeast in us.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, but you're really not even.
We're a product of our environment, Mark.
Yes, it's
Hold on
not
a second.
my fault.
Hold on, Jen. Where were you born?
California.
So not the Northeast, right? So
Not
she's
the
a Cali
Northeast.
girl. Not what you expected, people. Not what you
She's not
expected.
quite like the Boston trucker like us.
Yeah. So, hey, for those of you, or for those out there that don't know you, Jen, can you please do a little introduction?
Sure. So I'm Jennifer Martin, and I am the executive director for the New York School Nutrition Association. And I am so excited to be able to participate in your project. I'm so supportive of all of you. But thank you for letting me contribute and talk about farm to school and brag about New York and all of the greatness going on. I love how creative and how passionate the members are. So it's nice to be able to brag about them.
Yeah, you have some pretty amazing members up there. I have to say, your association is next level.
Thanks.
Level. So let's talk about this article that you wrote about the 30% program.
Farm to school for the win.
Yeah. What is that?
I mean, it was just happening, right? Farm to table and then farm to school, and buying local is the new organic. But we have really, really passionate members in the state. And when I started here in 2014, this was becoming a big, big trend. And there were so many directors that were already involved with, local farmers and making the connection. And they were trying to educate the kids and doing the farm tours and bringing the farmer to the classroom. And our partners for the New York State Department of Ag and Markets, phenomenal. Commissioner Ball, huge shout out, love him. But he's a carrot farmer. So it's like it all trickles down and everybody relates to this, and the people involved very passionate about what they do. So it's hard to not get involved and want to do it. And I have a kid now, right? So I mean, the whole I'm going to make my own baby food, and yeah. So that, I did it for, I don't know, twice. And then I was like, yeah, but I tried a garden for the very first time last year, and lots of lessons learned. So this year I have a little bit more going on, but I'm kind of excited about it too. It's interesting to see where your food comes from, and, and it's a good lesson to start teaching Max now.
So you're clearly passionate about this. Yes. Were you always passionate about farming and gardening and food and all that? Because what did you do before you were part of BISNA? You were in a completely different industry, weren't you? Were you passionate about this type of stuff back then, or was it something that you just recently became passionate about?
So it's interesting because I used to work for home builders, and I started there working on some grants for Energy Star. And I learned a lot about Energy Star and how to build a house and, hitting code requirements. And I'm wondering if I'm passionate about things that are environmentally friendly and making the world a better place, and seeing if I can reduce my footprint and help others do the same. So,
okay. Interesting. Yeah. So do you happen to do any sort of gardening or farming or anything?
I'm trying. I don't think I'm ever going to have a green thumb, but I grew some tomatoes last year. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Ruined the broccoli, but baby steps. I'm doing baby steps.
I'd like to ask what happened to your office plant.
I thought you meant the beautiful orchid behind me. No. I didn't know it was real. So I have a new one now. And it is because I have such high anxiety, and I fidget. You're supposed to play with it. You're supposed to put that long green grass stuff, and I didn't know it was real. So I never gave it any water.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And for people,
I'll take that one.
For people that aren't don't know you, you're my spirit animal.
In all ways.
I know. We're diabolical together, but it's you get me in this such beautiful way, because you're such a strong businesswoman, and you understand the power of efficiency and accuracy, and you're timely and you're thorough, and the way you run an event is on point.
Oh, thanks.
I'm amazed by you constantly. But share some of your secrets, or some of the things that you've maybe learned the hard way to help people who are looking to strive to the excellence that the Martin is.
I just want to real quickly say to the both of you that you're both welcome for introducing you to each other because I knew that you two combined to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, we think very alike. We're both very linear, like very like it's black or white. And Marlon, when you're on cloud 9, Jen and I are like, we can rein him in, let's attack from both sides and bring him back to reality.
That's what I need.
That's good.
That's what I need.
You push us with your vision, and then Jen's like us, where she gets these sparks in the middle of the night and tell the people what you do.
I email myself. That way I don't forget a single idea. And some of the emails, I mean, there may be 6 or 7 between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. But I mean, they just, they have some details you don't want to forget. And then you can share them with your team and amazing and beautiful things happen.
So tell them more about tips, tricks. How does one become like you?
So efficient and timely.
Mm-hmm.
Time management skills.
What's that?
May or may not come from the time management and strategy computer games. But yeah, time management.
Oh yeah,
skills.
I forgot you guys are both super nerdy.
Super nerds.
Super nerdy.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody would ever know. Like never.
But there was a lot of strategy involved in getting this bill passed. And what I loved about your bill was that you said, hey, we had this idea, but then we had to kind of like sell it and change it and have it be malleable and, come together and talk about how do we make this plan a reality, because we have a goal. And that goal has to shift and change as other stakeholders come into the mix. And it seems like you guys really stuck true to what you wanted, but got so much more than you could have ever imagined in the end.
So it's funny because before NISNA, I ran a foundation. And so I did a lot with research and education. I didn't do anything with government affairs. Mm-hmm. And so coming here, we have a lobbyist, and we had a pretty strong PP&L committee and very passionate farm to school committee. And, I was looking at the projects and everything that they've been working on over the years. And it was that first year, doing a very first lobby day and meeting with legislators, and very interesting, huge learning curve. They're just people, and the one thing that I caught on to very quickly is I don't like the politics in the games. So know what you need to say. And there's always power in numbers, right? So work smarter, not harder. And if you want to do a farm to school program and you're trying to get money reimbursed to you for school meals, for buying from farmers, where are the farmers, right? Like if they want your business, they need to be at the table. So putting all the pieces together, who's a stakeholder in this, who cares? And there were so many organizations that we found were advocating for some piece of agriculture and farm to school. And I love that Samantha Levy, she brought everybody together. She works for American Farmland Trust. And there were, I think, 42 different organizations sitting around the table. And we were at the Farm Bureau. And it was, okay, let's whiteboard this. Everybody go around. What is significant to you, and start naming priorities. And we threw them up. And then, okay, so what needs to happen first? The money. The money has to be there. How do you get the money? And that's how it started. And, we did it. And I think one of the things that I actually enjoy about advocacy and, the whole PP&L side with this membership, everything is and should be bipartisan. It's not self-serving. It's easy. There's so many organizations where it is a self-serving agenda. It's a special interest group, and I don't support that. But something like this is easy to get behind. It's not a sale. It's easy. It's your passion. It's the right thing to do. It's the better thing to do. And I'm excited that we were able to do it and do it as big as we did it. So I'm happy to share that.
How long did the process take from beginning to end?
Well, we went for it first in 2015, but it looked different. And it was a tiered structure, right? And everybody thought it was like overly complicated. And so we're like, okay, how do we simplify this? And so every year you keep tweaking. But after that first year, the money didn't come in for the reimbursements, but money was established through Ag and Markets for grants for the first time for farm to school. So then, the districts could apply for money to hire a farm to school coordinator. They could build community partnerships. They were getting food trucks to deliver between the districts. They were, really focusing on infrastructure. So it just kept growing and the interest was, just there. And then the more people that found out about it and the more partners got involved, it took a couple years, but not as long as a lot of people spend downtown, right? Trying to get something and maybe they never get something. So, and then obviously it's one of my personality traits, accomplishment. And I was damn proud to say we made history. We have a bill. We have legislation in New York. Like, whoo, like toot on that horn, right? Like I was so excited. But yeah, I mean, and they worked hard for it, and then COVID hit. But we're still there. It's like slowed down a little bit, but I mean, it's picking up speed. And at the end of the day, you're seeing across the country farm to table, farm to school, farm to fork, and everybody's putting it all together now. And it's a thing, with everybody, as it should be. And I hope that the programs, going into the reauthorization, right? I hope that there's money allotted for local purchasing. I hope people can support their own economies and help the farmers. I mean, no farms, no food, right?
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
So can you just real quickly just explain how the incentive program works?
How
the 30%.
30%. So right now in New York State, the meal reimbursement says 6 cents, right? And so the way it's designed is you take your total food budget, and if 30% of your purchases, for the reimbursable lunches, right? 30% of those purchases, if it's from items, grown, raised, processed in New York State, then you get an additional 19 cents. So the whole point was, to get from 6 cents to a quarter. And that's how it worked. So that's the very easy way to explain it. But it quadruples the reimbursement rate. I mean, it's an incentive for a reason. Is there work? Yeah, it's an incentive. I mean, but that's why you either want the money or you don't want the money. You'll do the work or you won't do the work. And for the people doing the work, I mean, they're passionate about it. They love the money that it's generating, and it's amazing. I mean, students, farmers, the local economy, the environment. I mean, it is a win all the way around.
Do you know of any other states that have anything like this?
There's similar things. We actually were looking at legislation from Michigan when we were working on this. And, we've seen things start popping up across the country the last couple of years. So even when we were at national events, a lot of the other SNA states, they're going for it for their state. They're like, how can we do this? Where do we start? And it's exciting. It's exciting to see what's going to come of this.
Yeah, sounds pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You've pretty much written the playbook for it.
But I think the thing that was most exciting, again, our partners at Ag and Markets, we've established such a good relationship with them. They came to us, because what's the purpose of school nutrition, right? Like, we want to be the go-to authority. So if there's anything happening with programs, we want them to call the association. And we've done that. I mean, our brand, we are brand. I mean, we are the go-to authority now. And so they came to us and they said, did you know that there are 63 miles of Concord grapes in the western part of New York State, kind of dipping down into Pennsylvania. And I'm like, no, we didn't know that.
What does one make with grapes?
So I know where you're going with this. The wine industry is not hurting. So that was the next message. Plenty of wine. But they said, the grape juice industry, it's dying out, and what can we do? And so Mark Bordeaux, the director for Broome Tioga Bosse's, he met with a company that worked with a co-op of grape farmers. And they worked to figure out how do we make like a 4-ounce cup of grape juice. And boom, the New York Grape Juice Company explodes, right? And so it was just really neat. I mean, the majority, 51% or more of the item itself, right, has to be from New York State. And so, yeah, more than half of the grapes in it are from New York. But it was just neat to see that happen, and we're known for apples. New York has a lot of apples. There's a lot of dairy farmers. It's a huge agriculture state. So what an amazing opportunity. And I know everything north of the city is upstate. So yeah, it's amazing in upstate New York. It's awesome.
So you obviously are able to get innovative legislation passed, right?
Yeah.
But you also provide other innovative solutions like for conferencing, right? Mm-hmm. And you like achievements. And I think you won an achievement for something you did last year that's getting ready to happen again this year. What's that? What's that all about?
Wow. There's so many. It must be.
To brush your shoulders off.
With the way the humbleness, you have to check it at the door because people might want to learn from you. So if you are trying to be modest and not share your ideas, how can you share them with others to be better, right? Yeah. And I like to think of myself as a branding consultant. I want to raise everybody up to be the best that they can be. That's what I do for my members. And so, so I'm very proud. Yes, we did win an award last year for our amazing digital, not virtual, digital from the show floor.
What is from the show
floor? I know.
Floor?
I had these amazing partners. Like guys, it was, not virtual. Did I say it wasn't virtual?
I think it was digital, right? It's digital.
Yeah, digital. Better than a living brochure, right? On demand. Netflix meets QVC.
Tell me more.
Oh my gosh, they get married. They have this brainchild that wins awards. That is from the show floor.
Wow. I love it.
True story.
True story. Just real talk. Mic drop.
Yep. But I'm out.
Yeah. But hey, we are.
Excuse me. Tell the people where they can find more information from the show floor. Because that is shooting actually in
2 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks and a couple days in beautiful Sarasota.
Oh,
Saratoga.
Sarasota,
Sarasota's in Florida.
Okay. I don't know where I'm driving to.
She wants to be.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. You're driving to Sarasota.
Come to me. Come to my house. We're going to Saratoga. I'm so excited. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. And we'll be up there for like 2 days filming a bunch of different manufacturers for a bunch of different states.
Yeah.
And Amanda and I are going to pretend to be trade show attendees from the show floor, asking the questions that you would ask if you were there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's going to be another epic project, and we're pumped to be able to do that again. And we thank you, Jennifer Martin, not only for your continued partnership, wise counsel, and kind friendship, but also for your stellar article, which was, the first time I read it I was blown away. And I got to edit it again this week, and I just got all the feels. It's really is incredible what you all have accomplished.
Thank you. I say thank you like I didn't do it, like on behalf of the members. We thank you. But yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Very proud of them and very excited to see what the next few years bring.
Yeah, likewise. And by the way, real quick, I love your shirt.
It's a really nice shirt, right?
It is nice.
It might be a little bit tighter than it was pre-COVID, but
I thought you were going to start CrossFit. What happened to that?
All right, I'll be honest. Like, I actually committed to Orange Theory first.
What?
Ooh.
Yes.
Orange Theory.
My Tom has convinced me, but yes, we are going to try it out next week. And yeah, he says it's competitive. He said that I'm going to like it. And
Orange Theory is cool.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to try it. You're probably going to like it. But F45, that's where it's at.
they don't have that here yet.
What?
They don't have that here.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, Mark Wahlberg, where you at? Where you at, bro?
Not in Saratoga.
It's so funny. All right, well, at least you're doing something.
Delightful. Thank you. And
Wait,
you know what? Next time,
Did you just say at least you're doing something?
Oh, yeah, at least you're doing something. I mean, Orange Theory is something. It's a good workout. It's good.
Like, people are going to see this.
Next time, then. I want
Yes, I am finally doing something.
I didn't mean it like that. That's how you took it.
Man.
You're the worst.
The worst.
Can we edit that out?
Oh my gosh. Like, I could have said, I'm going to go out to my garden and like, oh, I have so many weeds to pull in my garden. It's
Well, at least
so
you're doing
hot out there.
something.
It's a lot.
At least you're doing something, Jen.
And at least, you know. Yeah.
That's the least you
keeping
can
this
do.
all in the podcast. This is cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Thanks for
All
that.
right, Jen.
Bud.
Love you.
Yeah.
Bye, Jen.
We'll talk later.
All right. I'm going to get a phone call like 30 minutes to get chewed out by Jen.
I know.
Oh, you're so kind.
Hey.
Hey, that was not me. I did not kick you out. That was Mike.
Producer edit.
Oh man, that was rude, Mike. I think you might need to come on camera and apologize for that. It's messed up.
You're on.
There
We can't hear you. You're muted.
There he was.
Yeah, we're really good at producing shows. Yes.
I figured everybody had enough, so I just. I'm just kidding.
Not even going to take the bait on that. Not going to do it. Just going to sit here with my First Days TV shirt.
Yeah.
Thinking about farm school. That is it.
That's so funny. All right, Jen, but for real, thank you so much for everything, the contributions,
You're welcome.
the mentorship, the friendship, all that stuff. We appreciate you. And we'll see you in like 3 weeks.
Yes.
In
I'm
person.
So excited.
It's going to be a good time.
Finally. I know. Human interaction. I'm so
I know,
excited.
I'm
It'll be
gonna
awesome.
I'm going to use that as my plant.
Yeah. Hey, I really did get a new one though. True story. So I'm going to water it and it's, like, yeah, I'm going to be nice to this one.
Okay.
What kind of plant is it?
I don't know what they're called. They look like long grass and you're supposed to just, you play with it when you're stressed. And I don't know. I got that box of fidget toys too. So I
You're like a little kid.
That was like the best gift ever. I was like, wow. And then Max was super excited. And he's like, Mom, look at this. Mom, can I play with this? Mom. And I'm like, yeah.
Who sent you that gift?
I like the peas.
I mean, my amazing Amanda sent me that gift because she just knew.
No, it wasn't Amanda that sent you that gift. It was Next Gen that sent you the gift. Or First Taste TV that sent the gift.
Yes, Jennifer. Next Gen sent out all the Christmas gifts, which were signed by who? By Marlon, right? Yeah, you're welcome. I put your name on all the Christmas gifts.
She's getting really good at signing my name on certain things.
I know your signature, like it's in
Really
the
loopy.
same style of handwriting as hers. It's amazing.
It's
like,
really
wow,
So weird.
like, winning. Look
Can
at
you at least use a different color pen so it looks like we're actually trying to mimic my signature?
Oh my god! All right,
Nobody wants to
actually
hear
do
this.
that in the
All
office.
has to be taken out of the podcast. Like, seriously, you guys. Marlon, can you be professional?
I am a professional. All right. Jen,
Okay.
we'll catch you later.
All right.
Bye.
All
Bye.
Bye.
So
You know what? This is exactly what needs to happen. No, Mike, you had it right beforehand. It's welcome to the Bree and Amanda show.
we need to have a confessional every time and be like, oh my gosh, did Marlon really just say that? After every single guest.
I mean, I think that Mike is going to take out half of that extra because We were just speaking nonsense at the end. So welcome back to the podcast. If you experience some disjointed conversation, there are just things we can't. He just needs to be muted sometimes, and that's okay. That's okay.
He's muted.
Yeah, this is
Good job, Mike.
fantastic. Excellent. Top quality production here, folks. All right, so we've got some other guests who are going to be joining us, Bree.
They're not.
Yes.
They're not just guests.
They're not just guests.
They're
are
legends.
Legends. Idols. Famous.
Friends.
Family.
Mentors.
Yep. The
Just great people.
on. And the best part, they're from our home state.
They are.
So,
hey.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
Great.
Good.
Good. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you guys. Hey, I can't see you guys though. My screen, I'm on a laptop. My screen is funky.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Do you see like the little camera button on the bottom left next to your microphone?
I got to get out of the private chat.
You should call your tech guy, Bev.
I know.
Who's that guy?
Let's see what I can do here.
Ray,
No.
can you see us?
No.
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Beverly
Shoot, I wish I was up
her
here.
hair.
Oh well.
No camera. This will all be edited out. By
I see myself. I can't see everybody else.
I wonder.
Can you share your screen so I can see it? I see to the right of the camera icon. It says share screen.
Yep,
Click that.
I did.
All right, Mike. Can you allow her to share now that she's clicked it?
Can I do what, dear?
Now I was talking to Mike. So once you click share screen, Mike can enable it. I can't hear you.
Okay.
No, not.
It's I don't know where I can go to give her that ability because
Well,
even mine is.
So all right. So look, I click shared screen, and then
Oh, wait,
I click
hold
the
on.
screen that I want to share. All right.
Oh, there's Ray. I can see Ray now. Hello, Ray, honey.
But yeah, whose screen are you looking at though? That's not
Good idea.
what, your screen.
I can't
Huh,
see
that's a
Brianna
review.
and Amanda.
Okay. Can you? Where's the? All right. So you see the 3 dots that are to the right of the green. Yeah.
Yep.
Click that.
Oh, I see everybody now.
Okay. So click that.
I don't know what happened. I didn't even click it.
Oh, all right.
Never mind. Where are you, Marlon?
I'm here. Can you see me?
Nope.
Oh, that's strange.
Now,
Did
can you see
Everybody
me?
went away again. Oh, there they are again. Don't help me.
I'll just
That's
just keep it on this view then, if that's the only way that you can see us. Because it's
Great.
either actually, so you can't see this right here, right?
Nope.
This.
Yeah, but I can't see everybody. I can just see 3 people. There's Marlon. Hello, Marlon.
Hey.
So do you like this view or this view?
I feel
Probably
like
this
I'm getting
view,
an eye exam. This view? or this view? No. This is great. Thanks.
Well, Mike, maybe when you go away, the other view will work. Because it looks like she's having an issue displaying multiple feeds at once.
It went away again.
All right, try a different one, Mike. That one?
No, nope. The next one. Right. Oh, right there.
that
All
one.
right.
Okay.
I'll just leave it at this.
Leave it like that, but put Bev up top.
So we'll wait for.
So yeah,
Man,
if you want whoever starts talking, I'll just move them up there.
Okay.
that's going to get complicated. Don't you
It
think?
will. I mean, it depends on who. Like, obviously, if you guys ask a question, I won't pop you up. But whenever they're talking and answering, I'll if it's either between Ray or Beverly.
Okay.
I know Mary Kate was supposed to join, but maybe she'll join in a little bit late.
Yeah, Mike, if she hops on, just drop her in.
Is Julie coming?
Okay.
I didn't hear a response back from Julie.
She may be at the Cape.
Yeah, I think she is. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, Amanda, finish your opening. Didn't you start it?
No, you did. You were in the middle of talking.
I was.
Yeah.
I said we're here with legends, and then you started talking. Amanda, you got this, Amanda.
Whenever I see Beverly Gerard, all I can think of is, doctor, give me the news. Because you are a doctor. Beverly, there are lots of letters at the end of your name. Tell all the people all of them.
She has to think about it because there's so many of them. There's a novel behind her name.
They all just represent a lot of hard work, Amanda. I've got a PhD, an MBA, master's in nutrition, and I'm an RD. And I guess I should mention I'm an SNS as well.
All of them. All the letters you could possibly want.
It took forever.
And you were in child nutrition for how long?
Well, I would say now because I'm still in child nutrition.
I corrected myself.
34 years directly working in Florida. And then the last 2 years, I've been working with my own business.
Okay. And what do you do
in child nutrition?
Your own business in child nutrition?
Yeah. What's that, Marlon?
What do you do with this business in child nutrition?
I do a lot of I do a lot of curriculum writing, direct training, consulting, and financial management consulting.
Okay.
And moderating too, and moderating all the people everywhere and organizing meetings. I've had the pleasure of working with Dr. Gerard, and she is so smart, and I want to be like her when I grow up.
Yeah, I wish you were more like Beverly too, Amanda. Truthfully.
I'm working on it. I can't. My husband told me no more degrees. He said I can't go back to school anymore.
So along with Bev, we have Ray Holenbeck. Ray, how are you doing?
Fine, Marlon. How are you? Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Do you want to do a brief introduction of yourself?
Sure. I'm currently the executive director for the Power Buying Group. We're 30 school districts in the state of Florida that have been purchasing cooperatively for about 20 years now. This is like our 20th anniversary. I actually was one of the founding members of the Power Buying Group back in about 2001, and have been there along the way. And now I've stepped into the shoes as the executive director. I was a director in Florida in a small, medium, and relatively larger size school district in Osceola, which is right there by Disney World, and progressively had more and more and more duties to do as you get into larger and larger districts. Believe it or not, I started in school nutrition in 1978 when I was still in college. I was a student assistant for the Florida Department of Education while I was going to Florida State University. And I was one of my job duties was to actually start the school breakfast program in the state of Florida with the school districts. And so that's kind of what started me on the path of child nutrition when I was just a college student, to see how valuable the program was for our nation's children. Before then, I didn't want to have anything. I didn't want to be no lunch lady. One of my college professors is the one that said that I should interview for the position. And I said, Dr. Whitney, there's no way I'm going to be a lunch lady. And then she convinced me that I should walk up the hill to Capitol Hill in Tallahassee and apply for the job. And I thought, well, this lady's a whole lot smarter than I am. Maybe I ought to take her up on her recommendation to me. And I haven't looked back since it was January of 1978 that I actually started with the Florida Department of Education. So
wow, I had no idea. I had no idea.
Me either.
And a little known fact is that Ray and I were area supervisors together years and years ago in Palm Beach County.
Mm-hmm. A very large school district.
And we had so much fun.
Yeah.
So you guys have known each other for a long time.
Long time.
Yes.
So Beverly, how did you get into child nutrition?
Well, probably by accident, kind of like Ray, I suppose. I was living in Fort Lauderdale and working in clinical nutrition, getting my master's degree in nutrition and saying, I don't want to be a clinical dietitian for the rest of my life. So I want to look at something else. So a friend of mine, I was living with on the Strip in Fort Lauderdale, which was really fun because I was like 22 or 23. She said, I actually had seen a posting for an area supervisor's job in Broward County. And I'm like, kind of like Ray, I'm like, oh no, my parents would kill me. They sent me to Purdue. I've got this nice education. I'm getting a master's degree. They'd kill me. So to make a long story short, my roommate said, so how's your search coming along? I said, oh, it's not going very well. I said, the only thing I saw was an area supervisor's job in Broward County. She goes, well, are you going to look into it? I said, oh, no, I'm not going to look into it at all. She said, why not? I said, because I'm not going to work in school food service. And she goes, you know what your problem is, don't you, with your job search? I said, what? She goes, you're a snob. I said, what? I said, I am not a snob. Anyway, her mom was Bronna Godwin, who was a director. Yes. My roommate was named Jane Godwin. Her mom was Bronna Godwin, who was an incredibly well-respected director in Florida. And she said, Beverly, she goes, I should get my mom to talk to you about it. She goes, it's perfect. It's everything you love. It's kids, it's nutrition, it's financial management, it's getting around, being around people all the time. So anyway, she says, next time mom calls, I'll have her talk to you. So I talked to her mother, Bronna, and Bronna said, the only problem with these jobs is that people, and I've heard this now a million times over the years, they either die or retire in their job. They never leave them. So I'm like, oh no. So by the time I got off the phone, I was crying. Like I ruined my chance. But a few weeks later, she called me and said there was an opening in Palm Beach County. And I put on my tap shoes because I'm getting this job, So 3 area supervisors started at the same time. Beth Thorson, who's now with the Department of Ag in Texas, Kathy Higgins, and then of course Ray was already an area supervisor there. So that's when we became friends when I was 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a cool story. I had no idea. I didn't know you guys went back that far.
We're old. Well, I really stopped.
So you guys all worked together to put together this really cool article in Serve that was in last month's issue talking about the changes in school food, right? You want to just give us a brief run through of that article from your perspective, Bev, and then Ray's?
Sure. Well, one of the most fun things, and I wish Julie Hedin was on the call today. One of the things that I think about all the time when it comes to the changes in school nutrition is how everything was scratch cooking when I first started. And I like to see that people are trying to go back in that direction. But how we handled USDA foods that we called commodities way back in the day, you would honestly get a 40-pound block of frozen chicken and all the chicken pieces were stuck together with the fat still on them. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. But now we have wonderful commodity processing and so forth. We didn't have that back when I started. So it was a lot of work, and we had very skilled cooks, I would say, very skilled. And, the one thing that hasn't changed is the people still love what they do, and they still love working with children, and they're very dedicated to their profession. So
Amanda, question for you. You claim you're a chef. If you had a giant block of frozen chicken just dropped off at your district, what would you do with it? Would you even know what to do?
The first thing I do is defrost it to figure out what I'm working with. But that sounds wretched. I mean, that brings just an entirely new meaning to the word brown box.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna enjoy my unseasoned chicken chicken strips and keep my mouth shut.
Amanda, we used to call it bobbing for chicken because it would go, the great big huge 30-pound boxes would go into the 3-compartment sinks, and then whoever was walking by would push it down into the water and then break off the pieces as they would defrost. Yeah, I'm not kidding, Beverly. No. Bobbing for chicken, yes. Mm-hmm.
And it was a tremendous slip and fall type accident waiting to happen because of the combination of the fat on the chicken and the water. It was gross. It was gross. It was. But we did it.
Wow. Mm-hmm. You got the job done.
Well, I should say, let me restate that. Our employees did that, right?
Oh, yes.
Our wonderful folks that work with us did that work.
Oh, so neither one of you had the privilege to bob for chicken back in the day?
Well, I would occasionally push it down as I walked through the kitchen.
Well, of course, Beverly didn't do it because Beverly's a snob, right?
You're funny, Marlon.
I'm just kidding. Everybody out there, I'm just kidding. Beverly's not a snob at all. So Ray, like, what was your experience like whenever you first started compared to now? Like, what are some of the huge changes that you've seen, things you've been happy about, maybe things you're not happy about?
I mean, the technology is totally different. I mean, one of my duties when I was in Palm Beach was to type up the production records on legal sheets on the IBM Selectric typewriter, and then make about 1,000 copies for all of the managers and the cooks to use, because each school got like 2 and 3 copies of that day's production record. So now, I mean, production records are all done in the back of the house. Online, you could change things with the push of a button. Me, I mean, I would have to have I had my cadre of white out there. Thank God that Michael Nesmith's mother from the Monkees invented whiteout, because I don't know what I would have done without whiteout. I think each one of the area supervisors had an IBM Selectric typewriter at our desk that we used. We were so lucky that our department in Palm Beach County got the very first PC in the entire school district. And the department secretary and I stayed after work night after night after night with I think it was from HP or Compaq or something like that, with the gentleman that trained us how to use it. So literally, I was trained on a PC back before there was ever such a thing as a PC. Before
Bree was born, right?
I was going to say, I don't remember life without a computer. It was like I was born and just knew how to use it.
So
we were very lucky in Palm Beach County that our cash registers were kind of computerized. Each manager had a pack of magnetic cards that had the children's account balances on, that you would run those through the sort of electronic cash register, so that you didn't really have to keep pen and paper. But if anything ever happened to those magnetic cards, you lost all the student information. So luckily, Palm Beach County was ahead in technology. But nowadays, oh my gosh, the things that brand new directors coming into school nutrition right now have in front of them to run their departments, with all the financial management and computer programs and everything. Oh my gosh, I wish, we had that back when we were in our 20s.
So
hey, Ray, how about the online food buying guide that we have now that we did not have?
No. We had a cadre of notebooks on our desk. And if somebody had a food buying question, wait a minute, let me pull out the notebook and then search through the notebook, until you got to the item that you needed to look up. And then, I mean, we didn't have nifty calculators like this. Oh no, everything was plugged in. Yeah. I mean, we didn't have solar, calculators. I mean, And our
Ray had an
cars were like, offices that we would take into managers' offices to help them do things.
Ray actually had an abacus.
For real?
Yeah. No, she didn't. No.
You say I'm old, Marlon.
I know she is. I know. So what do you guys? I can tell. So what do you guys?
My favorite person on the planet.
What do you guys say to all the newbies out there, all the new directors that complain about the amount of work they have to do? I mean, you guys are out there bobbing for chicken and typing production records.
No, but I would have to agree. There is a lot more work nowadays because the computers make work so much easier. There's so much time to do more. Do you know what I mean?
I like that. I like that. That makes sense. Now, okay, another question. You were trained on like the first computer ever in child nutrition, pretty much, right? And there's a rumor going around that lunch ladies can't use technology. Well, obviously you can, and obviously they can, and we proved that during COVID, right? Everyone's on Zoom now, training virtually, doing all that stuff. So what do you say to someone that says, oh, a lunch lady can't use a computer? Because I mean, you clearly did back in the day.
Oh, yes. And even training cafeteria managers to do that is, sometimes people tend to be stuck and rigid and things like that. But when you show people that this will end up truly making your job easier, most people open up to that. I remember the first time when I was in Martin County, which was just north of Palm Beach County. I was the director there, and I went into a kitchen and told the cook, who was like 150 years old, I told her, you're going to get a combi oven, Miss Jessie. And she said, I don't want no combi oven. And I'm okay, well, it's coming. It's going to get installed. Just be prepared. So about a week after the combi oven got installed, I went over to Miss Jessie's school and walked in the back door. And as soon as she must have seen me drive into the back parking lot, because she comes running out the back door. Now, this is a 150-year-old woman running out the back door. Oh my God, Miss Jessie's going to kill me. She's a combi oven. She comes, she throws her arms around me, she kisses me on the cheek, and she said, Miss Ray, I don't know how I ever survived without this combi oven. Thank you so much. And I said, but it's all computerized and you push buttons and you were so afraid of that. She goes, oh no, ma'am, I love it so much. Please don't take it away. So see, that's winning somebody over that didn't want to have anything to do with computers or any new kind of technology.
Yeah, absolutely. So speaking of technology, Bev, aren't you involved with technology today somehow?
I am.
What do you
me to mention the name of the company or no?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm working as the lead consultant with My Fundamentals. Dee Early is the owner. Actually, Ray is serving as a consultant as well. And I had My Fundamentals. I was a customer for about 15 years in Sarasota County. And Ray was one of the very first people to help bring My Fundamentals to the state of Florida. But one of the cool things I love about it is that it brings together your existing POS data and the financial accounting software of the school district and really gives you wonderful, meaningful reports. Now, you mentioned something about technology during COVID. I think I probably speak for myself and everyone else, learning so many new skills this last year. Not only did I learn new skills because of COVID, but 2 years ago, because I retired from the school district, I lost my secretary. You know, that's hard. That's really hard to lose your secretary. So who just, did a lot.
I don't ever want to lose my secretary.
Who's your secretary?
So her name is Jennifer Savasta. She is amazing. and she keeps me in check. You can ask Amanda and Bree, like she keeps me in check. It's great.
It's really eye-opening to lose a support person that works closely with you. So learning how to do a number of new things all on my own. But I will tell you too, the person I work with very closely, Dee Early, is so incredibly patient and kind, and not only works with me but works with school districts as well. So it's really a lot of fun. And speaking of that as well, right now I'm also working with Chef Cindy, Chef Cindy and the K-12 culinary team. We're delivering a huge summer training to the state of Virginia, and gosh, we are showing videos on our Zoom meetings and all sorts of. Marlon, you would be so proud.
Awesome.
Because it's brand new territory for me, but it's just a tremendous amount of fun. And anyone who knows Chef Cindy knows she is a hoot and so fun and such a good trainer, and helps people really learn culinary skills. But the emphasis this year is on, and for the next few years actually, is on money management and how to make all those pennies add up in a school nutrition program.
Well, that sounds awesome. And I would love to meet Chef Cindy one of these days, and maybe even get her involved in the expert guide that you were just recently a part of. That would be cool, right?
Yeah, it would be cool.
That'd be really cool. So there were two other ladies that helped you with this article. Do you want to go ahead and talk about them a little bit?
Sure. The other two people who helped with the article were Julie Hadeen. Julie is recently retired about a year ago.
The name sounds so familiar.
From Pasco County Schools. And obviously, Marlon, you worked with Julie for many years. She is a dear friend and very talented. And she was a wonderful director. And as I said, a very dear friend. And then Mary Kate Harrison, who had one of the top 10 largest school districts in the United States, the director of Hillsborough County Schools. Also, another very dear friend. You can tell from the article, I only wrote in my really close friends. Now, I have other friends. I just want to quote. but the four of us are contemporaries and have been around school nutrition for a long time in the state of Florida, and really enjoy each other. And I dare say love each other. So there you go.
I would just love to sit in a room with the four of you and just learn, just absorb all that knowledge. That'd be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. It would
be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Definitely get together.
It's July 16th. Well, hey, Bev and Ray, thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us today. Thanks for everything that you guys have done for child nutrition over and over all these years. And we look forward to chatting with you again real soon, and hopefully seeing you in person.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
See you guys.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, Ray.
Bye, Ray.
Gosh, I love them. They're the best.
You.
They are the best.
So smart. And they've been around. I mean, they went through all that stuff, so we didn't have to. So
they bobbed for chicken, so you wouldn't have to.
That's right.
You know what?
I will never look at bobbing for apples quite the same way again.
Maybe you should write her a thank you card. Write them both a thank you card, and just make sure you sign my name in a different color pen.
All right, I'll see what I can do, sir.
Yeah, that would be great. So, what's new? Serve came out today, huh?
Serve came out today, and this is the first time we've ever done the podcast on the same day that
we're crazy.
Been released. We are crazy. This has been a crazy week. We thought it's a good idea to release Served on a short week because we just had the holiday, Memorial Day weekend, which I think that was our first holiday weekend release.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't mind doing the podcast on the same day.
No, it's about let's freshen your mind.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Yeah. Why is Amanda just staring at us like that?
I'm just taking you all. I'm just taking you both in. I'm just
Are you getting lost in Bree's eyes?
She's been getting lost in my eyes since like 1 o'clock this afternoon.
I have been, but we have been doing some really cool things, and I am just
cool things like what? Yeah, I'm curious. What do you guys do all day? I know Bree is busy, but Amanda, what do you do all day?
Well, currently what I'm doing is replying to all these parents who have seniors who have money in their accounts and selling, and moving money to their siblings.
That's always fun.
Yeah, it's just paperwork and it's just annoying, which like this type of stuff really kind of gets me because I'd rather be in the kitchen or I'd rather be with my staff. But right now I just got the word this morning that we are going to half days of school on Monday and Tuesday because it's going to be 90 degrees.
90 degrees.
They give you time off for a beach day?
Yeah.
No, it's going to be too hot to go to the buildings because unlike the places that you guys are familiar with in Florida, we don't have AC in our buildings. Right. We don't have any AC. So when it's hot, and those concrete cinder blocks actually hold all that heat. So even if it gets cool outside, it is still sweltering in this building. So I'm working on new schedules so I can feed all the children, moving money, and doing all the things, and talking to you about this podcast at the end of the day on Friday. So you get my comatose stare.
Fair enough. Well, I'm hoping we have another guest to talk to so Amanda can finish doing her paperwork and planning and all that boring stuff. And she's talking about all this and I'm falling asleep. So I'm really hoping there's another guest here that we can talk to.
Your wish has come true because she's here. And Stephanie Jones from Link.
Stephanie in the house.
Hey, Stephanie.
Hi.
How's life, Steph?
Life is going good. It's moving fast and it's summer already. I
know, right? It's crazy.
I mean, not technically, but you know what I mean.
Stephanie, where are you located?
I am in Fayetteville, Arkansas. That's in the northwest corner of Arkansas.
That's those states in the middle of the country that you can't really. No, wait, is that the South? Right? It's like the mid-South, right?
Yes. That's
correct. Yeah.
Sometimes we're considered Southeast. Sometimes it's Mid-South. It just depends on how it's divided up. I like to consider it the South.
Yeah.
So, Stephanie, what do you do?
I am the communications and PR manager for Link.
Oh, PR manager.
Yes.
We'd have a great old time. They're always giving me a hard time about PR. Like, Marlon, you can't say this. You can't do that. Blah, blah, blah. All the time.
Switch places for a day. Manager and I can be Links. But
I would love to see that happen.
That would actually be really fun.
that actually could be fun.
I think it would be eye-opening is what you're really saying.
But Bree, what if I like Stephanie more?
Uh-oh.
Well, you can keep her.
I didn't know I was stepping into a job interview.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, if this was an interview, Stephanie, based upon the quality of your article, you'd absolutely be hired. It was an absolute pleasure to edit and read.
Oh, good.
I loved it. I thought it was chock full of awesome, incredible content. And
thank you.
I mean, where was your inspiration for this?
Well, Danielle Bach, she's with Greeley Evans School District 6, and she's super inspiring. She's worked with us on several projects, and she always says the most insightful things about the industry and really gives the average person, me, a really good glimpse inside the industry. And so she's my inspiration, and nutrition directors in general are my inspiration. Anything I can do to honor them, I want to do that.
And we are honoring them in a big way in just a couple weeks at Linked Up. So I really wanted to highlight and have you come on here today and highlight the Lunchroom Rockstars program. And if you could talk a little bit about that and let everybody know what we're up to.
Yeah. Lunchroom Rockstars, just basic information, is a way to celebrate all the amazing people behind school nutrition. So it can be anyone from a nutrition director You know, we love nutrition directors, but we also love the people actually managing in the lines and really working with the kids, the cooks. It could even be a janitor who works in the lunchroom. But our program was built to honor these people and really highlight their accomplishments and what they do for children every day. And they work so hard. A lot of it seems to go unnoticed sometimes. So that's why it's so important to highlight this work. But we are running a program. It's a peer-to-peer nomination. And right now the nominations are closed. So I'm sorry if you wanted to nominate somebody, but they will open back up in August once school is back in session.
Oh, so I can't nominate Amanda?
Sorry.
Oh, man.
You can nominate Amanda immediately when it opens back up.
Nah, I'll pass.
Well, geez Louise. Sorry, Amanda. I'll nominate you, Amanda.
Welcome to the show, Stephanie.
Yeah, you better probably would.
But we rely on peer-to-peer nominations because they're really the ones who are working in the trenches with the people and see what's happening every single day. And we have a space on the linkedup.com website. If you click on the Lunchroom Rockstars tab at the top, it will take you to a page that has basic information about it, but also there's a nominations area. And you can go and see who was nominated and read why they were nominated and get inspired because these people are doing some amazing work.
Now, Stephanie, tell people about Link. If they're not familiar with Link, L-I-N-Q, I'm going to ask you a leading question that I already know the answer to. Don't get upset with. Is this a brand new company? Is this the first time that Link is around?
It's confusing, right? No, it's not. Link has been around for over 30 years. It started as an accounting software company and like an enterprise resources. So it has evolved into a company that provides software solutions for administrators, and it covers accounting, human resources, finance, nutrition, registration, websites, the whole thing. Eventually, this will be all under one umbrella, one platform where people can go and get everything they need. So it's really evolved, and it's evolving so rapidly. Even from the time I came on as a team member 2 years ago, it has evolved massively. So it's very exciting to see how the company grows, but no, we're not new.
and when you say evolve, you guys are like finding the missing pieces, like linking all these different solutions together.
Exactly.
For education, like not just child nutrition, which is a huge part of it, but for education.
Yes,
awesome.
and the outcome is hopefully just a better experience for not only administrators, but families and students, and just giving those administrators some time back. So many solutions are disparate and they don't connect and they don't speak to one another. And this, where we're headed, it will allow for that kind of fluidity. So it's exciting.
Exciting. You know what's exciting? Mike, can you actually pull up my screen? I'm just going to go back to this real quick because I'm looking at the Lunchroom Rockstar website. And there are tons of nominations on here.
That's right.
This is crazy. I'm still scrolling.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still scrolling.
That's really awesome.
Still scrolling.
Look at all that amazing work. Like,
this is nuts.
That's so inspiring.
I just got to the bottom. That is crazy.
Wow.
So are there different types of nominations or different types of awards?
We are doing awards for the peer-to-peer nominations. We will have 2 of those, and then we will have 2 that are more specific to nutrition directors we have worked with and have noticed their incredible work. So, and we will award them at the Linked Up event that's July 16th.
That sounds like fun. What's that? What's linked up?
Linked Up. Do y'all want to explain Linked Up?
Bree, go for it.
So, Linked Up is the first ever hybrid networking event in child nutrition. So, there's going to be a portion in Tampa, which is invite only. And then there is a virtual portion for networking between industry members and school nutrition operators. And we're so excited about it. Picture Rockin' New Year's Eve, hosted by Marlon and Amanda and a few others for school nutrition. And as always, if Marlon has anything to do with it, it's going to be a party. There is a virtual dance floor, people. That's how you know Marlon had something to do with it.
And I was adamant about the virtual dance floor, wasn't I?
Yeah. During planning this, he was like, well, where are people going to be able to see the DJ? Where is he going to go? And the rest of us were like, Marlon, it's just virtual. Like, it's just like space on the dance floor.
He's like, I want a square and I want there to be disco balls. Why are you being so extra right now? He's like, no, it has to have a dance floor. I'm like, okay.
It has to have a dance floor. And Eaton's logo had to be in the middle of it because they're the host of the in-person party. That's why.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not a party if there's no dancing, you guys. Come on.
It is
Everything's
true.
virtual.
After
That's
2
true.
years of us missing our friends and missing the networking piece of the canceled conferences, it's
Yes.
time that we do exactly that. We link up with the people that we miss networking with.
That's
So we're
right.
going to be taking that live in-person show and shooting it on multiple cameras, doing interviews and all sorts of cool stuff, live streaming that into the virtual networking event, and then live streaming that also across social media platforms. So there are tons of different ways that you can participate, that you can see what's going on, and ain't no party like a linked up party.
Ooh, I like that.
Because
I
a
like
linked
that.
up party,
It's mandatory.
It's mandatory.
You're not
Yes.
going to want to miss it.
you're not
But
going to
it's-
want to miss it, and there'll be prizes, lots of prizes.
And hey, it's not just about the partying too, because there will be educational content being provided by Tyson, Simplot, and Land O'Lakes. They're doing a cooking demonstration for us. It's going to be it's worth 3 CEUs too. So we're going to have that.
Oh, that's
We're gonna have a
fantastic. I didn't know
party.
that. Great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Really good time.
Yeah.
Maybe they could finally teach you how to cook, Amanda. Wouldn't that be great? So that way you wouldn't burn my bacon like you've done in the past.
That is because you asked to be fed every 3 hours while we're on conference calls with Stephanie, a conference call with people out of the country. And he's like, I'm hungry.
This is out of bounds. Out of bounds.
Right?
Bad
Out
on
of
the
Yeah, we don't.
We don't always eat breakfast together, but
Sometimes we do.
Burn bacon.
She burns the bacon.
Stephanie, thank you so much for being here. What
Thank
else
you.
can you tell us about the wonderful world of PR and what you guys have cooking up in your theoretical kitchen?
Well, we have several events that we're attending this year. Like Brianna said, the live events are opening up. We will, of course, be at ANC. It's virtual, but we will be there. And then the Linked Up event is like the after party for ANC. We will, of course, be there. And then we have some other shows coming up after that. California SNA is going to be a big one, and that one is in person. So Titan.
I'm going.
That's right. That's right. So we've got all kinds of stuff coming up, and it's going to be exciting to see how the next year unfolds at Link.
Yeah, you guys have California coming up, Texas, Indiana is next week.
Yes, Indiana. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, isn't Wisconsin coming up too? Yeah, there's a ton of stuff going on.
I keep yawning, and it's not because I'm.
Am I boring, Amanda?
No,
Am I
I'm
boring?
so tired.
stop. It's contagious.
I know. I'm so sorry. It's not the content.
Stephanie, I'm enjoying your company at least.
Hey,
I'm
thank
over here
you.
yawning.
Thank you.
I apologize for my team.
I would like to say that
I'll
you
survive. It is, I mean, y'all, it's 4 p.m. where you are, correct?
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah.
like bedtime.
So
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Did you say it's almost truly time?
No, bedtime.
Oh,
Because Bree does go to bed at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m.
No, actually, her alarm clock goes off at 8 o'clock that says bedtime.
which is great because at 4:30 she's up working. So I love it. Getting stuff
She
done.
deserves that early bedtime.
So Stephanie, when you come work for us for a day or a week or forever, I'm gonna expect you up at 4 a.m, responding to my Slacks.
I do the same thing. I work the same way. I'm up early a lot, and or I get up at midnight with like crazy ideas and send it to Nisha, and she usually responds positively. So that's good.
Yeah, she's equally as crazy as all of us.
Yes, absolutely.
You're welcome.
Yeah, cool. Well, Stephanie, thank you so much again for everything that you're doing for Link, for contributing to Serve, for coming on the podcast, and for helping out with Linked Up. I can't wait to link up with you in person. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person with some of your other teammates.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate y'all, and thanks for having us on to talk about Lunchroom Rockstars.
Yep, it's our pleasure.
Hi, Stephanie.
That's it.
Bye, y'all.
I love how she says y'all.
I know.
Y'all.
I
And
want
fun fact, her article didn't need like any editing, which was like fantastic.
She's a writer. So we started talking the other day about like our roles in marketing and communications and how we got into our current positions, and she is a writer. So that makes sense.
It makes total sense. And I said, oh, she must have had someone over there edit it for her, but it makes sense. She's brilliant.
She is the editor.
She asked me to write a blog post, which I'm going to write for Link, and I'm so nervous because she's going to probably rewrite the whole thing.
We should ask her to put her blog post in Served.
I already
every once in a while. You did? Okay.
You know me.
I know you did. You don't like lists.
I don't like it.
Well, ladies, I've got things to do, and they involve hanging out with my buddy Mike virtually. So I'm gonna have to let you guys go so I can go home and hang out with Mike.
Which means he's going to play video games, folks, while we all go back to what we doing best, which is feeding hungry children.
Or your kids. That's what you're trying to say? You're going home to feed your kids.
Oh, they're getting Domino's tonight, kids. Delivery.
All right, ladies, it's been real. I'll catch you on the flip side.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye. We're not really leaving, right?
Why?
I'm so tired.
I know. What have you guys been up to? Why are you so tired?
I might fall asleep in Pilates tonight.
I can't remember if I end the stream. Do we all get kicked? I can't remember.
No.